Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm platooned up with Hoops again. Tier 8 match. Both teams have a Tier 9 scout, so we'll see which one does more work. We do have a 2-man platoon of Leos, and they don't have Tier 7, so good job matchmaking. Way to figure that out. Like, they couldn't find 2 Tier 7s to put on their team. Instead, they get 2 8s. Not to mention, Leo is a really tough tank. I think it's a high skill tank. It doesn't have a lot going for it, but it does have gun depression and a decent gun. Can work a ridgeline pretty well. Alright, so teams have been pretty awful today. We figured we'd be alone in city, but it looks like a lot of our team's going to push there. So. Alright, as we get in position, we got 2 scouts in the middle and a sniper. We got nobody on the 1 line, or maybe we do when the communication glitch is just coming in, I'm not sure. When I take this corner, I don't realize the Gornish is on my right. So rather than me being able to side scrape off there and fight with him, I'm just going to let him take that corner. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use this as the What I Wish I Knew When I Started Tanking series as far as Lemming Train, because our team sure did Lemming Train a lot through this city here, and it's up to us to make sure that we win this. So there's a Gornish parked right here. He's out way too far. He's in the wide open. I don't know if my team can see him right now. I guess, yeah. 2 people just bounced off of him. And then my gunner's just going to fall to crap here. I'm fully aimed on his droid, and I'm not able to pen him. So I realized JPAN 2, once I get out of my aiming, I realized JPAN 2 is looking at my side. So I get my tank angle just enough. Shut the JPAN 2 down. I don't know if he just gave up on the game or thought he was going to reload before me when I had already shot. I don't know. Missed the Gornich's droid again with a fully aimed shot. He's not even wiggling either, that's the worst part. Like, if he was moving back and forth, I'd give him props for that, but RNG just is not a fan, so whatever. We have our whole team here. We're going to win this side. Now, the worst thing that we can do is drive out the ABC line and into that field. So I let Hoops know that that's probably what's going to happen, so we want to drive down the E line in the cover of the city in the middle of the map on the high ground to make sure that we're giving our team cover fire when they just potato through that field with heavy tanks that can't outspot anything. We got a 4-0 lead, smooth sailing it looks like. We got a shot on the side of that JigTig, and my gunner misses that shot. Now, I don't think that was fully aimed, but the side of a JigTig is pretty gigantic. So, alright, so I got the side of the Freedom. I aimed down a little bit, and I missed that side of a Freedom. And at this point, I'm not doing fully aimed shots because I just feel like we're rolling them right now. So, as long as the team continues to push across the field, we might be able to pull this off. Now, if they park there, it's going to be brutal. They're just going to get chewed up from the tanks in B2 that aren't spotted. So I'm trying to stay just like a half square ahead of them. That way, in case anything shoots, it's going to get spotted up there. JigTig gets spotted again. I missed the side of his tank. The guy just has like the luckiest RNG covering him right now. And everything else is like hiding behind a rock, so I guess I just figure I'll take this JigTig out. And I miss him again. Shoot the turret of the Panther 88. And now I feel like, okay, team's pushing. we're rolling them. I tell Hoops that I'm gonna go cover Cap, just because we only have 3 tanks spotted, and we haven't been taking a ton of fire from the field, at least not what I've seen. So if we go keep pushing through, then it's gonna be, they're gonna pop 3 tanks on the Cap and cap us out. So then a heavy tank gets spotted in G1, and now our team stopped, and that's the worst thing that could happen. So as I'm driving away to cover Cap, I look and see that our team has just completely stopped in the field, and now they're going to get obliterated. That T-34 gets shut down by their scout, and then he just continues to spam me. And honestly, guys, he's pulled down 2,000 damage, so I guess I'd be frustrated too. See, he did ask me what I was doing down there, and I told him that I just didn't want us to get capped. I thought we were going to push out the field and roll them. Alright, so I let Hoops know that since we're at a 2-tank loss right now, that he needs to come over on this side so I can cover him if they all in him. And then I just messaged to my scout to try to get out of there, because we're going to need his eyeballs to win this match. They have 2 scouts left. They have 3 heavy tanks and a tank destroyer. If we can get out of this with all 4 tanks intact, I feel like we definitely can pull this down. I haven't done anything. I have no confidence in my gunner. I mean, yeah, I was taking some shots that weren't fully aimed, but they were humongous targets that if they just land somewhere in the middle of the circle, they would have penned, and they hit the outside of the circle and missed. So I see the IS-3 pulled over too far. I shut him down. And now I'm just looking for shots on these guys, hoping that a 1390 pulls them over, but they're smarter than that. We're kind of locked in this position, just feel like their scouts aren't spotted, so they're probably somewhere down like K-line. If we get spotted here, we're potentially stuck in the middle of the field. And then one of their scouts gets spotted there, so Hoops is going to pull up and try to shoot him. And I believe I'm just messaging that guy, which is maybe not the best time to do that, but I wanted to let him know that I was sorry for not continuing the push and didn't want to see it capped. So really the exclamation point to this being part of the Lemming Rush, or Lemming Train videos, is the fact that once you win the choke, if you just push out into the middle of a field, usually they have tank destroyers and snipers in the back that you're driving across a big wide open space till. Most maps are like that. There's a big choke area, and then to drive out of the choke, you have to sacrifice hit points. So if you're going to do it, you need your whole team to drive across it. And our team did a fantastic job of making this push through the city, push across the field, and then we just stopped on the 5 line. So essentially just park there and let them farm us. I told that guy, had you guys just kept pushing, we probably would have won it. Definitely would have done more damage. All you gotta do is spot the guys in B2 and they're out of the game. I mean, they essentially don't, they just back up into A2 and don't do anything. And then also, I would not even suggest go through the field. If everybody just goes up the E line, there's hard cover for everyone in the city, and then you can figure out where you want to go from there. So he can blame me. I mean, we potentially would have won if I just continued to push through the E-line. But also, on his part, dude, you parked in a field. What did you expect? I don't know. Alright, so there's this tier 9 scout on their team that continues to flank us from city. And then every time we turn around, he kind of runs away. So I want to set up an ambush here. Try to get him spotted. Now I think that he's on the 0 line, but I don't want to drive like too far away from my team. I want to be within striking distance of my team if something happens. So I'm going to slowly advance through here, see if I can get him spotted, see if there's any heavy tanks in the city yet, and we haven't seen anything. 1390 is kind of covering me, so that feels good. And then their Wizard 132A pops up in G0 and kills our Freedom. So props to him. I should have checked that line, let my Freedom down, and it's going to make it that much harder to win this game. But the nice thing is we got him trapped, we got him pincered here. I do take a shell up the butt. That was from the T-34. He's a one-shot unless I roll small and I roll low. However, 1390 shuts him down, so that's nice. Check off the tier 9 scout. We still have ours. We got this. We're in this, guys. Alright, then I take fire from the left side, so that's where their other scout is. Their other scout's over by the base, and I'm going to ping that, let our scout know that's where he is. If our scout can get down into like K8, he definitely can get vision out for us. And we're just kind of in an awkward location here. Since that scout can see our sides, we can't really push out, and we don't know where the enemy tanks are coming from, so you don't want to get caught with your pants down. Hoping the 1390 can spot something, but alternatively just try to cover up the side and drive away so the scout on our base isn't going to spot us. And then he does us a favor, gets on the base, so we know that he's over there. I mean, it definitely could be another tank, but chances are it's probably the scout, especially since I didn't get spotted going over there, driving through the city. I really don't care too much about the cap. I think 1390 should be able to deal with it if we need to. But what I want to do is open up crossfires here. So there's a full health T28 right there. We get a nice pen in him. And really I gotta start doing work on this guy if we want to win. There's only 3 minutes left. Low doesn't have the greatest DPM. Hoops gets a shot into that fatherland, and T28 hits me in the side. Don't think he did damage there. Oh, he's shooting HEs at me, so he does 38 more damage to me. Their wizard shuts our 1390 down. Dude, you didn't need to go throw your tank away. I mean, yeah, you're level 9 and you got an autoloader, but I don't know. Definitely could have used that guy. It's going to be that much tougher for me and Hoops. Tight stuff here. We got 2 minutes. I just tell Hoops, you know what, if they cap, we won't worry too much about that. We got to deal with the stuff that we got in the city. And if they don't push on us, then we can win that way too. So I look, I don't have a shot on the fatherland. Hoops tells me that the scout's on my left. So I back up just in time, he hits the house. And I'm going to look for a shot here. I track him, do 359 damage. So now he's a one shot at 254. I let Hoops know that I'm going to lock him down. He's just got to keep his eye on that fatherland. Hoops takes 147 damage. Not sure if that was from Fatherland. I think it was, because at that point he said that Fatherland had just shot. So Fatherland was also shooting HEs. He shuts Fatherland down, and now we got a 2v3. So Scout lets me know that he's back on cap, which is fantastic. It's going to allow me to move. And now he's off cap, so we got to be careful. He's probably going to come up behind us. And once again, just trying to open up crossfires. If we're sitting on top of each other, it's just going to make it that much more difficult. So I get a nice shot into this T28, and I think if I get a high roll, I can shut him down. Not 100% sure on that. T34 gets spotted crossing the field. He's at 350 hit points, so we definitely can kill him with a good roll. And I get 339, leave him on 91 hit points, and then that 34 punishes me for it. Maybe after watching it, I should push up to that house, but I'm not sure if that scout would have shots in me or not. So the scout shuts down the low, and I mean, I'm just running out of time here. There's not much to do. Their scout does have 7 kills. He could get a Radley Walters if he just drives in here, and I miss. But he needs to make a quick decision here. I just decide, you know what, first I communicate with Hoops if I should just give him the Radley, and Hoops said if he drove in right away I should, but I don't know if I would have been able to. Still just instinct to try to shoot him. If I miss, I miss. But I got my armor towards him. He throws a shell at me, tracks me, and that ends the game. So, unfortunately, it's a loss. Hopefully take away a lesson from here. Don't stop in a field. That's not going to do any benefit for you or your team. Especially in a field where you're going to be in a crossfire. And though it's not an extreme crossfire, it's still a crossfire, and if you turn your turret, you're going to be penned even if you're in a T34. So, just can't win in our lows tonight. Go to endgame stats here. It's really confusing just looking at it. It looks like statistic-wise, our team did better. I mean, we had a better team. I matched the Wizard 132. Hoops matched the T34. Our AMX 1390 matched their IS3. You know, our T34 pretty much matched their Wizard 132A. And you can just go down the whole list and see, like, we matched them pretty well. I mean, even our bottom tanks, we had 2 that had 000, but they had one that did 000 and one that did 200 and one that did 300. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a disappointing loss. Kind of wish that guy would have came and got the Radley. It's fun to watch that. At the time when he shot me to get it, I would have been probably irritated, but then I would have quickly got over it. I GG'd him anyway. You know, 7 kills, 4k damage. That's solid. But yeah, T34 got mad at me because he sat in a field with his buddies and got chewed up. And though I could have probably made a difference, I just didn't want to get capped up because that's the way our night was going. So that's really all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.